Welcome back. We've got a pretty exciting job here today. Thought I'd bring the GoPro and film it. We've got Turner with us today. We got Graham with us, and we just got done having our safety meeting. We had a really long conversation about everything that's going on here, everything that could go wrong. We talked through our plans for how we're going to safely get these trees on the ground. We're in a natural area. There's a natural path here in McAdenville. I'm back to my roots, and they've got a big issue here. So we've got this massive tree that is being held up in here by a large oak. There's a lot of pressure going against that oak. On the other side of this, we've got another tree that has been split. When this big one fell, it took the top right out of this. We're probably 20 inches at the base, maybe 22 inches at the base on this one. This one is probably every bit of 32 inches at the base. So I'm not gonna walk you all the way up in there right now. We'll be up in there plenty today, but we've just got an absolute mess here. So these two trees are crisscrossing. They're also being held up here, and you can see the bow in this tree right here. I just got done talking to the guys about all of the potential energy that is in this tree right here, with it supporting a massive amount of weight above it. That's a very dangerous tree. If you were to even start to cut into that thing would barber chair and fling you into next week. So there's a lot of heavy debris up in the canopy. There are broken limbs up in the canopy. We just got done talking to the guys about all of the widowmakers that are hanging. I don't know if you can see them in the film, but there are limbs everywhere in here. So this is a fun job. It's Graham's favorite. It's down only, but it's also a very technical job and a dangerous job. So that's why we have our safety meetings before we do work, and we make sure that we're all on the same page. We identify all potential dangers and how we're going to remedy those dangers, and we just make sure that we have clear lines of communication as we're doing everything on the job site. So that's what we've got for you today, and thanks for coming along. So I know we're very serious here on the job site, obviously, but Graham just hit me with if this tree fell on me, it would be very sad. And that Long John Silver's would go out of business because I'm a pescatarian. So a little levity for a very dangerous job. And now that Graham has made his one joke of the day, we are done joking, and it's time to get to work. We've probably spent the last 25-30 minutes walking around here after our safety meeting and just evaluating options. What we've come to is we've actually got a pool line up in this tree past where it's compromised, where it's broken. Turner's going to be on that line, just applying pressure. We're going to make a face cut back here and then start feathering through our back cut here. This goes straight up. What we don't know is how much pressure is being held by the bowed tree in there. So by Turner pulling on that line, he's going to keep the pressure coming this way into our face cut. Be able to back cut down here, feather it, drive a couple wedges. Graham's going to be my spotter. Graham's going to be back on the other side of this dangerous tree here. I'm going to make small cuts. He's going to give me feedback as to what he sees. Here's what we've got. Really aggressive face cut. It's cleaned up there. That is taking us straight downhill. We've got Turner applying pressure back this way. Graham's my spotter here. I'm now going to come around the back and just start feathering through this. Graham's going to be my spotter. He's going to keep an eye on things. Small, methodical cuts. Cut, check, cut, check, cut, check. You don't want to rush a cut like this. All right, got Turner on the rope. Graham's spotting. He's watching this junction right here that we don't trust. And we're going back cut here. That one's free.
Good.
Nice. Well done, Turner. That's perfect. This is crazy. You can see what little bit was holding it. Two really big fibers here. Did a good job of getting through the middle. It's kind of a nasty hinge, but to be honest, when you have a tree like that, you just want it down. So, all right, so we've got this down. It's still got a little pressure on the oak. It's still a little bit on the bowed tree. It's to the good side of this small tree. This small tree is not gonna hold it, but it is gonna hold it while we make this cut here. We've got this locked off just to keep the butt from coming back towards me. See how the butt wants to come this way, but we got it tied off. First tree is down. We've got it cut well off the path. This is a nature area, so it's a down only, Graham's favorite, but we got it cleared well off the path. And now we've got the second larger tree that's quite a bit more hung up, but getting this first one out of there is a really big deal. Makes this work area a lot safer. We have less forces playing on this tree now, so we have a better idea of what is holding this tree up. Took us probably, from the time we got here, over an hour until we actually fired up the saw and made our first cut, which, you know, is the right way to do it. You got to look at all the angles, talk through everything, make sure that everybody's on the same page. But yeah, this isn't you know, this isn't one of those professions where you just go out there with a chainsaw and just start cutting. That's when bad things happen. And you know, you take an hour, you make sure that you walk through everything with your guys, you trust their insight, you trust their input, and you come up with a plan. And if it takes you an hour before you make a cut, it takes you an hour. You do it the safe way, you do it the right way. And been talking it through with the crew. I do not like to flip line healthy trees, as you know if you've watched my videos, but it's the only way to get into this one. We're gonna flip line up. I'm gonna cut these big branches that are leaning out over, release some of the tension that's going onto this tree. I also have my climb line with me. I will tie in with my climb line above these two, and then I will work up to that third branch that's on the other side of the tree that also has pressure. I'm gonna find a good tie-in place, and I'm gonna try, potentially, I'll see if, when I'm up there what it looks like, to drop onto this huge branch that comes off. It is really tangled in there. It's on that bowed tree that the first tree we dropped was on. So I'm gonna try to get a better view of it from up in this tree. Didn't have to do a lot to clear space here. Had to cut down one small tree that was already pretty much dead if you look at it. The entire middle of it is hollow, a lot of ants in it. But it was out on the end of this tree. I don't think it was holding up much weight, if any at all, but just removing an obstacle. Flip lining up this oak, really big, healthy oak. I'm not overly concerned about the damage we're doing. The damage I'm doing to it right now is far less than the damage that this tree has been doing to it. Stripped off a lot of bark. The tree we just cut down, I don't know if you can see it, but stripped the bark down here about 10 feet below me. This tree will be just fine, but we're gonna cut some of this weight out and go from there. All right, made our first cut. I've now got my primary. I already had it tied up, ready to go. As soon as I came up the tree, I could just get right into it. I've got my primary around the tree. Reason being, if I need to rappel really quickly, start getting stung, something like that. We did see a hornet's nest at the base of the tree. I can rappel. I can undo my flip line. I can rappel out of this tree, probably be on the ground in about 3 seconds. So that's why I've got the my climb line already tied before I came into the tree, ready to go. And that's why I've got it up here with me now. I'm actually gonna get my spur above it, just in case it moves. we've cleaned the ends of these up, tacking through it with the crew. We got this crotch holding it. We do have pressure going into those trees off this branch, but that branch is fractured. I think that's just holding in place. We have this really big branch that's still helping bow that tree from the original one we brought down. But the guys on the ground looking at it don't think that's actually holding weight. We think the holding weight is here on this crotch. So we're gonna cut one of these spurs off of here, see if we get movement, and then we'll know what to do with the other one. Did you guys see any movement? I just got movement. Thanks. So I made that cut. I came around the back side of the tree. I kicked it free. As soon as I did, the entire tree shifted that way. So now we're pretty well out of that tree. We've got that one to worry about, but we'll probably be able to fall this from the ground now. My bar out that side of the tree. Alright, we've made a bit of a wedge, just gave it some space to fall through there. We've undercut probably 50-55% of it. I'm going to start just kind of feathering in the top and see. We just don't know if that bent tree that's up in there is actually holding weight or not. So, Turner, are you aware? Yeah. Okay. So I got Graham here spotting. He's also going to be doing the wedging if and when we need it. Let's see what happens. You know where you're going, okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's popping. I hear it. Yep, we don't need to wedge. I've done the undercut, went about 50-55% of the way through. Started to make this top cut. We didn't know if the tree that is bent over there with the large limb going out over it, we didn't know if it was actually holding weight. It's not. As I started this top cut, the tree has started to separate. It is releasing. So we do know that all the compression is all down here. That's great news for us. It means it's not holding weight on that tree. The only thing that's somewhat tricky is we do have one branch that's going this way into a tree, the big branch going that way. This could roll as it comes off. So Graham's helping spot. I've got a clear path to get out of here if this butt does something silly here on us. Perfect. I love it. We stood this stump back up, got the tree down. The bowed tree is fine. Honestly, looking at it, good. It's going to be okay. It's a live, healthy tree that we're not going to have to remove from this beautiful natural wooded area. So that went really well. You're clear, Turner. Show you the final result here. Really pleased with how everything went today. My guys did awesome, gave great advice. You can see the one leaner that we were really concerned about, that tree that was bowed. We freed it up, and you know, at first I thought we might have to end up taking it down, but it actually looks like it might rebound, and it's well off the trail. It's probably 30 feet, 40 feet off the trail. It doesn't lean towards the trail, so feel good about that. We've got everything down. Here's the first tree we cut down. You can see we left it about 2.5 feet high. Didn't want to take it right at the base because it's kind of on this turn of the trail. Didn't want it to be a tripping hazard. And then the big one, as you saw, we cut it, it stood up. And while we were here, we had this other one. I just went ahead and did this before we packed up and left. It wasn't part of the job, but this one was obviously came down when those other trees did, and had the big root ball that was kind of protruding over the trail a little bit and just didn't look real good. So went ahead and cut it down. Root ball came back down just like it did on the big tree, and everything is safe. There's nothing above the trail here, and it's safe to use the trail once again.